Hey, how's it going everyone? This is the Spagmeister, and welcome to a Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary collectible guide. Today I'll focus on getting all 13 skulls in the campaign. So to start off on the Pillar of Autumn, when you exit the cryotube, head over into this left-hand corner behind these barrels, and you'll find the iron skull tucked away. Heading into the second campaign mission, we land on the Halo Ring and get to see the environment in all its beauty. Now in this area, if you linger long enough, you'll fight some Covenant reinforcements. Cortana will advise that we vacate the area to avoid them, but instead we want to head over to this waterfall. And behind this rock, you'll find the Mythic skull. Not too far off from where we collected the Mythic skull, we'll also find the Boom skull in the same valley. So after you rescue the first group of Marines, Echo 419 will leave a war dog for us. And by this point, you'll normally drive down to the not so natural cave formation that Cortana mentions. But instead of going that far, head over to the right hand side. You'll find this ledge that widens out as you go further along, and towards the end, just above the tunnel entrance, you'll find the Boom skull. In order for us to acquire the foreign skull on the Truth and Reconciliation, when you get to the hangar, you'll see a door in the corner that only opens on 2 occasions. One of these will involve hunters, so at some point you'll have to slip past while these enemies are nearby, otherwise the door will lock behind them and you won't be able to acquire this skull. If that happens, you'll have to restart the mission. Moving into the Silent Cartographer, when you land on the beach, go to the left and you'll go clockwise around the island. When you reach this plateau, you'll ascend to the top, and on the other end, you'll find the Famine skull. Later on, to get the Bandana skull, you'll enter the security area. When you hit the switch, that will allow you to access the cartographer. Now for this, you'll need the overshield to perform a grenade jump. This took several attempts on my part to get up here, but once you do, just keep walking and up by this wall, you'll find the Bandana skull. In the mission Assault in the Control Room, we will have a couple of skulls to acquire. The Fog skull is pretty early in the level. For this one, you'll need to cross a bridge and take a lift to ground level. You'll soon enter this large room with a ventilation-like shaft in the middle. For this, you'll need to use a grenade jump to land on a pillar, then jump up one more time to get on the central platform, and you'll be able to snag the Fog skull. A little bit later on, when you get the Scorpion, you'll drive along and you'll soon encounter this chasm. Head over to the right hand side towards the broken bridge. When you look down, you'll see a collectible down on this little pipe that goes down to the abyss. As we go into 343 Guilty Spark, we will have a skull pretty early in the level, much like the Silent Cartographer. When you hop out of the Pelican, go to the left and you'll kind of go to the 730 position if you're exiting the Pelican straight on. Head for this corner. If you need a point of reference, there is a shade turret that is up and to the right. But in this spot, there are a couple of tall trees, and behind the one on the left, you'll find the Recession skull. To get the Black Eye Skull on the library early in the mission, you'll have an opportunity to use another grenade jump, and you'll need to enter the pipe that is on the right hand side. This is the hallway right before you first see the main chamber where the index is located. Later on in the library, we will get up to the 4th floor, and defending the platform you'll have a bunch of combat forms. Now instead of hopping onto that platform, go around the long way, and on the opposite side from where you entered, you'll find the eye patch skull kind of concealed by these 2 prisms. In order to get the Piñata skull on 2 betrayals, you'll need to enter the staging area where the Covenant are defending against the Flood. And in that general area, you'll find a pair of Banshees. When you do grab a Banshee, backtrack your way all the way to this tunnel entrance, fly and land on the top, and you'll find the skull. Going for the final skull in the campaign, we'll skip over the mission keys. Sorry, Captain, you weren't important enough for us to save you. We'll enter the maw, and we'll grab the Grunt birthday party skull. Now during the War Dog run, there's a point where you're supposed to wait for Echo 419 to come and pick us up. But instead what you want to do is park your War Dog like so to climb up onto this pipe, and you'll find the skull nearby. Now it's very careful that you don't pick up this skull too quickly, or else you might end up with Nah, I'm just kidding. Nah, it's perfectly fine to pick up that skull however you want. But once you do grab that last collectible, not only will you get the last individual achievement for the skull, you'll also get a cumulative achievement for Headhunter, which is to get all of these skulls in Halo Combat Evolved. So I hope you all enjoyed this little guide, and I hope to see you all in the future. Take care, everyone.